Good afternoon, my name is Rebecca and I have put together a presentation on mental health and coping strategies. There are many different types of stress. Here are some examples. Routine stress is caused by daily stress such as childcare, education, work or financial responsibilities. Sudden negative stress can be caused by illness, loss of employment, relationship breakdown or divorce, and financial issues such as being unable to pay a bill or put food on the table. Traumatic stress can be caused by losing a loved one, being a victim of an accident or violence. Long-term stress can be caused by chronic illness, debt and financial concerns, difficult relationships with family, friends and partners. Short-term stress is an acute form of stress and can be caused when having to do public speaking, meeting a deadline or avoiding a road accident. This is more a survival instinct. Chronic stress is a prolonged form of stress which can affect your health and well-being negatively if left untreated. Sources of psychological stress. Long-term stress can be caused by chronic illnesses and health problems. Another cause of long-term stress can be difficult relationships, personal or work-related. These difficult relationships can be with family, friends or partners. This can be further exacerbated when these relationships break down. Work relationships can be affected by pressure from management and other members of your team. Financial issues are also a big worry and can cause a lot of stress. This can come in the form of debt, sudden expenditures and changes in financial situation such as job loss or wage reductions caused by reduction of hours. Long-term stress can also be a symptom of suffering from a traumatic event such as an accident, natural disasters or being a victim to a violent situation. Losing a loved one can be classed as a traumatic event and can have a significant impact on a person. This can lead to long-term stress. Effects of major sources of psychological stress. Physical symptoms. There are many diverse types of stress that can come from varying sources. The effects of stress can have negative impact on your health and well-being. This includes mental health, physical health and emotional well-being. The physical effects of stress can be long-lasting and cause damage to your body. Those that suffer from stress will have headaches, digestive issues and sleep disturbances. Long-term stress can cause higher blood pressure, weakened immune system, heart disease and obesity. The most common signs of stress are rapid heart rates, elevated blood pressure, fatigue and difficulty sleeping. Constant stress and anxiety will affect your digestive system. This can cause nausea, vomiting and diarrhea. Stress can contribute to a decrease in libido and disinterest in sex. In women, this can cause changes in a woman's menstruation cycle. Stress can also increase the levels of epinephrine and norepinephrine hormone released in the body. This will increase the heart rate, cause your blood vessels and air passages to dilate, large pupils and sweating. This can lead to higher blood pressure, anxiety, dizziness and disorientation. Unhealthy habits such as nail biting, teeth grinding or fidgeting are all nervous habits that we develop to manage stress and anxiety. These unhealthy habits help when overstimulated. When a person who has been suffering from long-term stress starts to suffer from fatigue due to sleep disturbances, they will use stimulants such as caffeine, alcohol, tobacco and drugs to help manage their symptoms. Long-term use of any of these stimulants will exacerbate the current symptoms and cause even more harm to the body. Effects of major sources of psychological stress. Emotional. The effects of stress can also have an impact on your emotions, as well as causing you to have physical symptoms. There are several signs and symptoms of stress affecting you emotionally. You will feel sad, frustration, losing control of your emotions by having emotional outbursts, feelings of restlessness, social withdrawals, and need to self-medicate. Stress can affect you cognitively. You will have difficulty in focusing, issues with memory, pervasive negative thoughts, lack of self-confidence, feelings of worry and trouble making decisions. This can lead to feeling overwhelmed, having difficulty in solving problems, as well as constant thoughts of stressful situations. All these feelings can lead to depression and anxiety, which will create an endless cycle of emotional stress. Coping strategies to reduce stress. Having a work-life balance is especially important to managing stress levels. If you do not have a balance between the two, you can start to feel overwhelmed. For example, if a person was required to work more than their contracted hours and this started to affect how much they saw their partner, friends, family and children, this would start to have a negative impact on their relationships. This would lead to straining those relationships and cause them to start suffering from stress. Looking after your well-being should be a priority. Be kind to yourself and give yourself a break. Having a day to yourself to recharge. Looking after yourself will help in managing stress levels. You can listen to music, read a book, or go for a walk. These simple activities will help you to recharge yourself for the next day. If you are feeling overwhelmed, do not be concerned about suffering alone. Reach out to those that you can trust to share some of your burden and help support you. If you don't want to confide in friends or family, there are therapeutic methods of help that can help you work through your stress. Keeping a journal will help you air your concerns in a private manner. These will also help with managing your stress, as you may see a pattern in the cause of your stress. Coping strategies to reduce stress. Eating regularly and a well-balanced diet will help in managing stress, as there are some foods that act as mood stabilizers and encourage a release of dopamine. Eating healthy will improve your health and help keep you feeling energetic. By eating a bad diet, you will feel fatigued, sluggish, and low in mood. Exercising regularly is another way of releasing dopamine. After exercise, you feel refreshed and have a feeling of achievement. Exercising helps to improve your mood and energy levels, as well as keeping you fit and healthy. Sleep is important when trying to maintain a stress-free life. By not sleeping the recommended amount of time, this can affect your mood, as you'll feel lethargic and fatigued. Having plenty of rest is important for maintaining health and well-being, as this gives your body and the mind the opportunity to heal and process the day. Practicing relaxation exercises such as deep breathing, meditation, this will help manage stress levels, as this helps get clarity and clear the mind. Breathing exercises are especially good for reducing high blood pressure, as this slows down the flow of blood in the body. Scheduling your worries refers to choosing a day where you tackle your concerns, rather than worrying about everything every day. Choose a day to think about and confront your stresses. By worrying every day, you'll just end up increasing your stress levels. Working with a therapist and professionals is an effective way of managing stress. If you're unable to recognise your stresses or unable to tackle your concerns, they are there to help guide you on the right path and present you several types of support. The effectiveness of different coping strategies. Coping skills is about using techniques and methods to handle challenging situations effectively. Emotional coping skills like practicing mindfulness or engaging in positive self-talk helps manage emotions. Cognitive strategies such as reframing negative thoughts of problem solving and behavioural coping skills like exercising or seeking support are equally vital. It is important to build up a resilience to stress and learn how to manage it effectively. It is important to recognise stresses. These can be work-related, relationship issues, or internal like self-doubt and negative thoughts. By recognising these stresses, you will be able to produce a plan to target these areas of stress and begin the process of managing and minimising the causes. There are many diverse types of coping strategies that can be put into practice to help with stress. In some instances, combining several different methods will be more effective. Combining exercise, healthy eating, and meditating will all work coordinated with each other and become much more effective. I have found in my research of the sources of psychological stress that there can be negative physical and emotional symptoms, that sufferers do not just suffer mentally, but they can show outward signs. Stress can affect a person's physical well-being by causing issues with their health. This can come in the form of high blood pressure, obesity, and digestive issues. There's many other health issues linked to stress, but there are also emotional issues caused by stress, such as depression, anxiety, feelings of depression, and anxiety can make a person feel fatigued and feelings of sadness. In my conclusion, it is important to recognise these symptoms of stress and start managing them. There are many ways of managing and coping with stress available, either by using professional help or leaning on friends and family by asking for support. There are also different methods of managing stress, such as taking up exercise, or meditating, eating a well-balanced diet, and manage your work-life balance. Thank you for your time.